I consider myself a pretty intelligent guy.
Mm-hmm.
I watched your movie. I have no idea how you made it. I have no idea if one animal is actually real.
You know what? It's interesting. The animals are not real, but I went and saw the Broadway musical, and people come down the aisles on stilts, and to kids, those animals are real, you know? And so to me, it was about taking the technology, the animation, disappearing it, and just telling a story. The one thing I will say is, you know, people are like, oh, what was on set? What was there? The animators were there in suits, moving, doing all the blocking of the lions, and our camera was there in real time. And so typically in 2D animation, you're drawing with your hand. In this process, the animators are drawing with their whole bodies.
And cut.
Beyond the horizon.
I want to know how you knew. I know people want to collaborate with you all the time. How you knew that this collaboration was the right one.
I knew I'd learn a lot. I knew I was an enormous fan of Barry's movies, and I think the only measure of whether I say yes to a project is, am I going to learn a lot in this process? And I knew I would learn so much from him.
Did your mama say you could be up this late? Okay, she didn't say I'd wait.
If you were going to write a song about this man, what would the title be?
Non-stop. Already written.
The circle is broken. There will be one Lion King.
This movie is a little scarier than I expected, but somehow I know I'm in safe hands watching. Why is that, Barry?
You know, my experience of watching The Lion King was always watching it with my nephews, babysitting them for my single mother, sister. And I always remember getting to the scene in 1994, which also was scary as hell.
Where
Simba, Stampede, and then Simba walked up to Mufasa, and I'm watching these kids watch this, and they seem safe. You know, I know they were safe because 2 minutes later they're laughing, you know? And then afterwards we're talking about what it feels like to process these very complex emotions. That's the legacy that we were honoring, you know, in making this film.
George Pinocchio for ABC News.